Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Bitcoin report for Friday, May 13. And yeah, as you can see here for the Bitcoin, this is a weekly chart here. Just really wanted to have a look at the stochastics, which is pulling down sort of nicely. You can kind of see here, I mean, really, we're looking for some sort of this distance here for wave 2 here. It should be much the same as wave A. There should be some sort of equality, and you know that with Elliott wave 2 that there's 5 waves from wave B down to wave C. So you can see that you don't need to be Einstein in this instance. You can see that we're in the third wave here for this point, so we're looking for 5 waves here, and that strong move down through here is the third wave, which we'll pick that up from where we were yesterday. The only other thing here really is that I probably need to lift this all up a couple of degrees of structure. I'll need to go over that. So if I'm looking at Ethereum, for example, in its move to the downside here, I've got these labeled slightly differently here, and yeah, but the same thing, it's the same pattern, just a higher degree of labeling here. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, the third, fourth and fifth. So we're kind of really 2/3 of the way through this trend. While I'm here, we'll just go into the 5K and just pull that apart a little bit there, so we've got a bit better understanding of it. But yeah, when we look at Bitcoin, that will be slightly different. Let's just get in a bit more data here. That's plenty at that point. So yeah, we're just counting down. So wave 1 and 2. This is a little bit wobbly here, but I know that most folks would want to put it over here for that. But I kind of understand how a market is pulled around by large numbers, and in this case 3,000. So it's skewed the count a little bit, but it's to me it's still the best fit. But I know that Elliott people would start throwing stuff at me again, but I'll stay with that. It doesn't really matter because you're going to end up with wave 2 there anyway. So we've got the third of the third, and then we're going down into that third wave as we were talking about yesterday, the day before, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down for 5. So we'll wave 1 and 2 here, wave 3 and 4, a little bit of overlap there, but I don't mind that bit of overlap between 1 and 4 because of this market falling out of bed here at that particular point in time, and then 5 waves down here. So yeah, so we're looking at an ABC correction here, so we can just finish off this while we're here. So and this is what we're sort of expecting with with tech stocks as well in that case. So for this wave 4 here, we can just pretty much grab this top here, take the low here, and the 38.2% retracement level is there. So we'll use that. So I'll just put in, normally we'd be pulling back to this wave 4 rather than this one, but it is what it is. So I'll just put that in there as a rough guide, and then clean up that mess. Put that back there, put that up there, and so we're looking for a move up there. I mean, it's going to be hard for it to push up. I mean, when you get to 2,100 here, the 100 is like 1 is the strongest number in the market, so it's really going to really take the wind out of the sail at that point. So how far will it go up? I don't know. Normally there's some sort of equality between wave A and wave C as well in that thing, so it doesn't have to be point for point, but it's just generally sort of, it's all about perspective. So that's where we are there for this, and we still need to come down for wave 3 and 4 and 5 in this case, sort of a bit more of a dog leg to go in all of this. It's possible we could end up on this one, but it's a little bit sort of sharp. But anyway, so that's where we are for Ethereum, and they're all the same, so when we go to, even if we went to the crypto market here, which is the top 10 crypto here, so from the top up there we can count down, as we looked at this chart yesterday, 1, 2, and then 1, 2 here, and then we started to count down here for wave 3. So obviously the USDT, the Tether, that really fell out of bed, didn't it? So just bringing it here. So USDT here. I don't even know the story yet. I haven't even had time to scratch myself today, but falling out of bed here and then sort of recovering here and, you know, wiping people out and all of that. So obviously Luna and that got hammered on that. But as far as the count goes, that didn't really make, obviously sped things up a little bit in this space here, but we're already coming down here, so I didn't really see like it was a big deal, you know. And in this case here, we'll have an ABC back up, you know. This trend line here will play out here as well. It's a bit the same as Bitcoin, this trend line too. So coming back up and hitting that there and then going down. So we've got the A wave, the B wave and the C wave coming up to here. Obviously 1 is the strongest number for this crypto index, so that's going to be pushed back down at that point. But that's sort of where we are. Like I mentioned, we're 2/3 of the way from the low, yeah, we need to retest the trend. Basically, that's what we're sort of retesting. So that's, where's my Bitcoin again? Okay, so coming back here, so we had a look at ETH and the crypto index, and you kind of understood that we've got the third wave, but we've still got more to come here for this just yet. And also too, this needs to be lifted up a degree of structure. I guess it doesn't have to, but you know, this going back over here a little bit into all of this here, we're just looking at the whole series here. There's been lots of crashes in Bitcoin, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2, and then all this up here is 1 and 2. You know, the other side to this as well, you know, the worst case scenario for this is that if I just copy this for a moment, this here becomes wave 1 here, and then wave 2 here, and then wave 3, 4, and 5 coming down, you know, much further. You know, I've gone past 0, which is not right, of course, but coming down much deeper. I mean, all these crashes here, they've come back at 80%, you know. So yeah, you know. Let's go in and have a look. So on the daily chart. Sorry for waffling around, it's been a long morning. This is video 5, the 5th video. But it's kind of easy because I only really got to look at one market here. So yeah, this is where we're looking yesterday on the daily chart. So we were looking at, from B, we're looking at 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And then we're looking down for the third wave. So that spiked down just a bit because of that, because the world fell apart, as the media says. And yeah, I mean, sure, a lot of people would have got caught up in Luna, but even when Luna was crashing, it was like it was all in slow motion. You know what I mean? It wasn't fast. Well, not fast for a day trader. So anyway, we need. This will be wave 4 pulling up to here. We'll have a closer look at this. Then down for wave 5, which will make this wave 3. Then we'll need wave 4, and then we'll need wave 5 coming down. So, yeah, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end of a trend. And like I said, we're 2/3 of the way through. Things will slow down, but they will creep down further, and that's just the nature of the structure. What you see, whatever you see, you always get the opposite. So if you see a trend, you get a correction. If you get a correction, you get a trend. So we can move in here further. I think I've got the 5,000 on the 5 here. I'll just check. Okay, let's just get in a bit more data. It's 2 enough. Okay, so from the top of the B wave here, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2, and that 1 and 2, we're looking at 2 here. We're looking all the way down for 3, and then 4, and then 5 to come down. So here we've got 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the 4th wave here, and then the 5th wave to go down. So we need this to finish off up here. That could be the 38.2% retracement level. We'll just go in and check on that a little bit. Be near enough, it's good enough. All that consolidation there, that's supply. Supply just means sellers. So once that hits that supply there, it's going to have a little bit of a battle at that point. But what we will do is we'll grab the top of this 4th wave, and the 38.2. That's the flags that we can stick in the ground, swim between, so to speak. And we'll just see. We'll see how this finishes off. And I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking with all of this anyway. So, and then we'll come down for wave 5, probably somewhere down here, and then another retest of this in some way or another, and then down to the magical number here. As I said yesterday as well, we've got major trading level 3 here, the 30, and then we've got group 2 below and group 1 above. And this will be the natural swing range for any correction in this here. And we didn't get group 2 as the retest resistance, so we're in this space. So you've got to be a bit careful in this space. It's where you can get chopped up and lose things, you know. But that's basically that's the pattern that we're looking at, really. All sort of everything said and done. Of course, it will be a bit of a drunken roadmap once the market actually plays out in this way. But it just generally gives you a bit of an idea on everything, you know. So, and that will be wave C. And, you know, the worst case scenario is that this is going to be wave 3 and we're in for a much bigger bear market at that point. A cold winter, as they say, in the crypto space. Alrighty, I'll just leave it at that, I think. But all this activity here, as I've mentioned before, we're lining this up with the tech stocks as well, because they're all part of the same sort of family in a way. It's all technology. However, the tops of these markets, when they turned over, the crypto markets rolled over, like, you know, a month. I have to double check, but a good month or two before the banks and the tech stocks rolled over. So the crypto has led the market, has led the technology to the downside. So I think that's just an interesting point that we can remember that and also use that as well. But at the moment, you know, Bitcoin has basically lost its identity and is just moving with the Nasdaq because it's lost its way, and it's in, you know, it's in the tech stock family, really. So it's sort of just another stock really now. Anyway, let's see if it can rip itself apart and make a life for itself. Alrighty, cheers.